On second down, Tua. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Loose inside the 30. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Valdez-Scantling in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a give to Mostert running right. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 2nd and a couple. Once again, it's Mostert. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Tua now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Here's James returning. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Mahomes now to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down. Now it's Mahomes again. A quick throw, but incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Mahomes going to change things up. Again, he'll drop to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He's got it inside the 10. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Kadarius Toney in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it in practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries, but the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. For the start of the 3rd quarter, the Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Mahomes going to throw. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Mahomes will throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They hand it off to Mostert. And some room to roam now. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On first down, Tagovailoa. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
He's checking crazy.
Everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
43. 51 to Mike, boys. 51. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they take a knee. Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Now Mahomes. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. 2nd and 9. Here's Tua. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll try it now with Mostert. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 9 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here's 3rd and 6.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Wide. Get wide.
Now here's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 25 yards that time. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Mahomes now on 1st down. No hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Mahomes going to throw it here. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, 54 yards. And the Chiefs add 6 to their lead. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things through this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the two-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One final try for Tagovailoa. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.